Okay. Happy Monday, everyone. I titled this Mental Break. Is it because our Emperor's about to mental break? No. Is it because I feel close to one? Yes. Let's... Alright, let's do this thing. Today was a hard day. My weekend was fine. Today was a hard day. Renetta. Not gonna bother with that at the moment. We're building a bunch of things. We still have a ton of gold, though. Oh, I always need to just, regain my bearings. There's plague. Is it typhus? It's always typhus. Yep, it's typhus. Okay. There's typhus over there, and there's typhus over there. Typhus and are everywhere. What a way to start. My weekend was good. I finally got to play D&D as a player, not a DM, for the first time in a hot minute. Character immediately got critted on and knocked out. Oh, we have a bunch of prisoners to be ransomed, apparently. Duchess Ansa the Smelly? I just feel bad for you. You can go away. Duchess Constanza. She's a... Alright, I guess we're gonna start by ransoming a bunch of people for money we don't need and then holding court. Oh, something's going on in the court. King of the road, my perceptive caravan master is a masterful organizer. Since hiring him, even the slightest sojourn seems a vision of hasty ease. He busies himself day and night replenishing supplies and updating itineraries. Look at you go. You are fantastic. Just kind of all around fantastic, actually. What is more valuable to you, your time or your health? Yeah, my safety and time are equally valuable. You did it. Good job. Good job, Caravan Master. And I think that was... We fought Bavaria, right? We have a truce with Bavaria right now, so we can't keep fighting Bavaria. We do have enough money to fight the Pope, but the Pope also has a lot of money. We could potentially go for Egypt. Oh, we haven't done a holy war. I don't think I've done a holy war, at all. Do a holy war for a kingdom? That would be cool. I don't believe that that's the actual number. And if the holy war for a kingdom... Oh, he could call in other rulers. Alright. Well, we might need that gold after all for mercenaries. So we can take back Egypt. Let's go. Let's do what we were going to do first, though. We're going to hold court. Strategos Artemos the Fat. You do not look fat at all. My nephew-in-law, with a hopeful expression on his face. The anniversary of the foundation of Constantinople falls on May 11th. All right. Sure. A grand celebration is in order. I will spend 500 gold on that. Damios of Elenia. All right. Let's see. My lawful right to the Torma of Tarmet. Okay, this belongs to this guy. It's de jure this guy's. Okay. Yeah, Basilios's claim is truer. It's literally de jure his, and he is in charge of that theme. So, good, get out of here. Simios, my high almoner, the people have taken notice of the investments poured into your recent building program. While everyone is obviously proud of our beloved city's growth, some improvements are bound to hit closer to home. Interesting. Ooh, we could do an imperially funded school. Education system was mostly inherited by classical Rome, divided into 3 levels. Grammatices taught young children the basics of reading, writing, and counting. Grammaticos taught older children classical Greek literature and language. Oh, okay, we can open elementary school. Yeah, well-funded bureaucracy always needs new functionaries. Look at that. Look at the good we're doing. I feel better already. Okay, what's our army looking like right now? We need to give time for our armies to replenish. And, whoop. Yes, we know. Our daughter keeps cheating on her husband. It's fine. We are going to extend the contracts of all of the mercenaries that we can. We'll wait a little bit of time. I don't care. Of course. Well, that put us into negative gold. That's not something we've seen recently. It's fine. We will not be in debt very long. Especially with all these ransoms. And we can demand some payments from people even. That's also not something we've had to do recently. See, it's good debt. It's an investment. I'm contemplating going into quote-unquote good debt myself. I feel like my job hunt is being hindered by my lack of a bachelor's degree. I have an associate's. It's in journalism. And all of the jobs that I've been looking at, just there's too many people with bachelor's degrees. I have the experience, I just don't have the piece of paper. Ooh. Let's see, who wants... Alright. I can't let Maximos. Usually it gives the option for... Maximus has a Kyros too. I think I remember that. Let's see. You are unlanded. You have a governorship. Cincinius, you can have some purple. Blood and Spit. Athene? Who are you? Just some other person's granddaughter. Okay. Sir spat in my daughter's face. The future queen of Lotharingia. How dare. Let's see. She's compassionate. I don't feel like vengeful fits. Yeah, turn the other cheek, girl. Compassionate and calm. All right, and all of our construction projects are wrapping up. Well, oh, Kiros. Actually, we can help this whole gold situation. And switch you back to collect taxes. Cynical and callous. His governor efficiency score is good, though. And with your Galatian princess, you'll probably have a shit ton of kids. Oh, hey, yes. Oh, and see, look, we're almost back in the green. That was like no time at all. Who are you? You're a witch, and I know that somehow. Oh, and see, there's all of our, okay. We'll wait a couple months to re-up them. Don't feel like going to a grand wedding right now. We're just gonna kind of chill here and think about what we want to do next. I want to fight Egypt. I want to retake Egypt. I feel like we can do a holy war for the kingdom and take all of that. What else is going on? We have the heir to France is engaged to one of ours. What, Lotharingia? Did I get the heir to Germany? No. Is it Bohemia? The Prince of Bohemia is engaged to one of our daughters, and then Poland is married to our daughter. So we still have our whole little like northern alliance going on. Of course, Nicola. Govern well, Strategos. All right. We're going to extend that mercenary contract. I can ask my head of faith for influence. Can I ask my head of faith for gold? Probably not. He's been like broke. Yeah. If he gets up to 1500, I can ask him, but he's probably not going to. It's fine. house. While I was at the market with Kiros, his attention was caught by a criminal chained to the pillory. The man begged for water. Kiros immediately promised to bring it and soon returned from the nearby well. You know what? I can't. Kiros, you're just too lovely. Diligent, ambitious, but compassionate. Without kindness, the world does indeed fall apart. He's just so good. We could give him Egypt once we take it. Oh. The Duchess of Valletta. Ooh. This guy is having a affair with his aunt. His homely Amazonian aunt. Why? What's wrong? Okay. Oh, 1 second. I will be right back. That was weird. I thought I heard a knock at the door. I was like, who? At this time of night? Alright, we are still waiting for all of them to replenish, apparently. Oh. Duchess Agatha has failed to keep her house in order. Her husband's trysts bring shame and mockery on our family. In hushed tones, my kinswoman explains to me, among the dusty... We must do something about the hag. Interesting. We could start a house feud, apparently. I don't want a house feud with the King of Denmark, though. Even if they're a bunch of homely bastards. Yeah, we'll get mad at his aunt. Decline. Declare me co-emperor? No. We want to make one of our grandsons co-emperor. Georgia! Oh no! Hi, Hovlix. How are you? Oh, you're ill? Did you lose your eye due to a botched treatment? No, it says greatly reduced. How are you doing tonight? How did you lose your eye? I don't know how one of my daughters lost her eye, but she's the one. She's one of little Kiros's moms. There are two little Kiroses running around. One of them will be emperor someday. Maybe both of them will be emperor someday. Yeah, we spare no expense to rebuild after the typhus. I wish there was a way I could get them to replenish faster. I could switch over to a martial ability, I guess. But I really want to keep my health boost up for a bit. Yep, that is exactly what this is. We started, let me, so we started this, I've been playing with the Roads to Power expansion mostly. So if it won't crash my game, my family tree is very large. But we started with an adventurer, go away. We started with a landless adventurer who did a reverse Varangian and went from Athens up to Norway and back. And then we were able to get an estate and settle back near Athens. And his grandson ended up becoming emperor. And we've been slowly trying to claw back the empire. We are gearing up for a run for Egypt. We're going to holy war for Egypt unless we get caught up in whatever this is. Okay, the King of Poland, who again is married to our daughter. Okay. Sure. We'll get bogged down in a war over here, I guess. They literally have like 2,000 guys. Okay, this is actually going to be easy. Let's just go. We're not going to bother with our levies. We're just going to call our men-at-arms. Yeah, so Kiros inherited the throne from his older brother. His older brother was Cincinius. Cincinius had to disinherit his only son because his only son tried to kill him. And then Damios was the grandchild of that adventurer we started with. So we're on our 5th player. Don't think I've seen that much influence before. I've just been letting it sit there, to be honest. I haven't needed to use it. I'm saving it. Right now, my son is my heir, and that's fine. I'm saving it for when my grandson. So this is Kiros the younger. He is my daughter's child. I'm saving all of this influence for once he comes of age. I'm gonna hopefully, once we take Egypt, I'm going to give him Egypt, and then I'm gonna spend all of that influence to just put him to the top. It might not work. It probably won't work, in fact, because our son is an elusive shadow, and callous, and cynical, and he's probably just going to murder anyone who gets between him and the throne. But I really love little Kiros, so we're going to still try. Stop trying to take my book. Alright. And I'm also hoping that the game doesn't crash now that I have armies raised, because that's been being an issue. Counterpoint cut the intrigue son's cock off. I mean... Oh, he had another kid. Alexia. I mean, okay, so Intrigue Son, his daughter is engaged to little Kiros. They're first cousins. It's fine. We're keeping the family together. It's kind of hard, honestly, at this point to not marry a member of the family, considering there are 238 living members of our dynasty when the Targaryen Christ is going on. Hey, there's been no sibling marriage, just a decent amount of first cousin marriage. It's okay, though. The game says there's only like a 2% chance of their kids being inbred. What in the world was my daughter doing in the wardrobe of the servants' quarters? Playing hide and seek, as she claims? Oh. two of the Chandlers plucking a duck together. I mean, yeah, don't be afraid of sex. This is not a chaste household. Hey, Corin. No sibling marriage yet. There's not going to be any sibling marriage. I don't plan on do that. We're keeping it varied enough. It's fine. Just because our son was also the oh, never mind, actually. Our son so our son wasn't an incest baby. Just our daughters were. So our first 3 daughters were the child of our niece. Kiros was married to his niece. Because when I decided I wanted Kiros to be the person who went after Cincinius, he, in order to keep it in the family, married his much younger brother to his daughter. But then she cheated on him. So who knows if those kids were actually his, but you know. Oh. Okay. Apparently that ended immediately. We didn't even have to fight anything. Bummer. So I think Uncle Niece is the closest, is the most incesty that we've been so far. Plague resistance, carefree. We're just gonna keep climbing Scholar. I'm already getting the health boost from the medicine focus. And we only need to hold out for a couple more years, to be honest. Like, I love our Prince of Fashion. I love him very much, but it's also okay if we say goodbye to him soon. He is in poor health. If we end up playing Maximos, it's fine. We always have the little Kiros. Are you treating your emperor like Joe Biden? Putting him out to pasture, you mean? Or... Okay, so the Scourge of the Bosphorus. A fearsome whale ravages shipping along the straits. Fishermen, merchants, even naval captains all dread them. Let's see. We could fight the... yeah, fuck it. Let's try and fight this whale. We did it! Yay. Ransom this child. How many prisoners do I have right now? Burying the hatchet? Who are you? Why do you hate me? I don't remember why we were enemies. Sure. He only needs to last 4 more years. 2.5? Two and a half. If we can make it 2.5 more years. Let's just hope that this plan for a successor doesn't go over as poorly. It's gonna be a rough couple of years. Oh, and hey, there's another Kiros. Kiros has just become, like, the go-to name. I'm okay with it. I like the name Kiros. All of the kitties are apparently getting named Kiros, though. Whenever Caesar hops on, I don't know if he's going to be on tonight. He's going to be very sad. He really wanted Cincinius's name to just take over as the dominant name. It was Alexios for a hot minute. I think I looked up what Kyros means because I was curious about it, and I think it actually, like, translates to ruler. I'm not sure what the Greek version of John is. Johannes? I'm looking it up. Yeah, according to The Bump, which is a baby naming website, it roughly translates to Lord or Master. So it's a powerful name. Peter the Eunuch. Skilled and subservient eunuch known as Peter is reportedly wandering my realm in search for employ. Interesting. He's a historical character. He's a prominent Byzantine court official, trusted advisor during the reign of Michael IV in the 11th century. He played a critical role in supporting Michael's ascent to the throne and promoted interests in the monastery. Huh. I mean, I've prepared. Oh, yay! Who's your next character gonna be? What's your like class and stuff? I'm curious. That's really cool. I love that they've included historical characters like this. Wise man, zealous, patient, diligent. 2 mini character? I don't remember seeing. Alright. Such a man could serve me well. Yeah. Excellent. I think we need a new court eunuch. Like, I think I kicked the last one out. Alright. We gotta take the historical character. I don't know. I know we recommended Gloomhaven to Caesar, but Caesar hasn't been in chat at all, so I'm not sure if he's coming to hang out tonight. How about Hovlax? Do you care about the board game Gloomhaven and its story spoilers? What did you name your character? That's not a spoiler. It's a really fun game. It's a tabletop. It's like a tabletop campaign game. So you play it multiple times, and every time you play it, you like add stickers to the game board, and you can unlock new characters and new scenarios. It's like a dungeon crawler. There's a little bit of chance to role play, but I really want to take Egypt before Kyros dies, but my... Wait, I thought we just... Okay. We literally just stopped being rivals with him, and apparently we're rivals again for some reason. Scratch. That makes me... Is he like a rat? Or some sort of animal folk? My daughter Stefania is pensive. Sure, you can learn from our physician. You know what we should do while we're waiting? Let's just have a little chariot race. It's cheaper because our son can be our honorary guest. That's awesome. We will make this the delight of the masses. We'll just host a little chariot race while we're waiting. It's fine. Vermling with a big F off bear. Alright. I'll need to look up what a vermling is, because I'm not super familiar with the different, like, races that are in the Gloomhaven lore. But big F off bear sounds cool. Does he ride the bear into battle? Or is the bear like a summon that you get to play as? Mind Thief I played at the beginning was also Vermin. Okay. I feel like I could also afford to keep upgrading things. Like, I don't want to spend too much money, but at the same time, now that we're doing another... We'll just keep upgrading our ports, I guess. And upgrade the walls with Byzantium. The Age of Knowing! It's a summon, but he has his own mini. Oh, that's so fun! That's fun that it's a summon with an actual mini. Of course Kyros deserves to know his power. We gotta keep the witchiness in the family. Wunderbar. You can get that. Just keep upgrading what we already have. Oh, and we just inherited Ravenna. Why won't it let me... I mean, who could I grant it to? Yeah, we'll wait a minute and we'll give Ravenna to Kyros. He's almost... Oh, his mom got better. Oh, and she had another baby. Anathusa. That's a unique name. Alright. We will give Ravenna to Kyros the Younger in a little bit. Roma. We'll upgrade. We'll upgrade the Hill Fort. We'll upgrade any of the ports. Ooh, a touch of romance. Are we being romanced? We are. Autumn of Passion. I wonder what secrets his mask protects, what hidden wonders, what cloaked subjects, for his life and my life and our life to be as warm and refreshing as fragrant hot tea. I don't know how I feel about that. It's truly heartfelt. Stop asking for my book. Just because you sent me a nice little love poem does not mean you're getting the book. Oh, I'll take a bear hide. I don't even think I have room to hang it anywhere. Okay, let's keep going on our building projects. Crop fields. Cows. Trade ports. Homesteads. Trade ports. Hunting grounds. And we'll upgrade the keep there. Okay. And that didn't even get rid of half of our money. I love stewardship. I love stewardship and I love people admiring our legitimacy. Why am I getting so much influence per month? Menagerie, visit. Okay, most of it's our estate buildings. And landed house members with positive opinion of us, apparently. Not gonna argue about that. Ooh. His legendary and... Ooh, we are gonna sponsor that. Make us some armor. I'll always take more armor. How's the armor we're wearing right now, even? Prowess 11, Prestige +8. Could be better. Could be worse, but could be better. How long? 30 days. Okay. We're getting close. I wonder if our guy will actually win this time. I should make sure I have a guy. I think someone died who was in a court position. Oh, our food taster? Ah, sure, Peter, you can do it. How is our... His aptitude's good. Do we have anyone who's better? No. Alright. Gunnar, I feel like every single time we've done this, you've failed us. Please, Gunnar, do not fail us again. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't really care that our nephew died, but this gives us renown, so yeah, I guess. In memory of cousin number 72. Helene. She is going to marry the heir of Galatia. How'd you turn out? Midas touched. Fantastic. They grow up fast. Oh, okay. It would have been fun to do a grand wedding, but apparently not. We'll do a grand wedding with one of these kids. Maybe we can get Kiros a grand wedding. It's gonna be a while, though. Helene is young. They have other daughters, right? Yeah, maybe. Ooh, maybe Anastasia when she marries Gargamel. I bet we could do a grand wedding then. You have to get done with the chariot race and not get stuck doing anything else. Oh, Gunnar, you're not even in the top. I'm not gonna bet on anything this time around. It's just always bit us. Ooh, hello. What? The Hippodrome's refreshments. Chariot spectacle isn't the sole amusement of the day. Not all that's here to set men's passions ablaze. As spirits run hot, prostitutes slip through the crowd and ply their trade. A painted face, an especially comely one, smiles to me invitingly. How daring of him to come near this place of honor. Hell yeah. Not letting you get away. We've got another lover. We have two lovers now. We have our giant, and we have... What was his name? Bardus? We should find Bardus' spouse. Oh, interesting. Huh. Oh, Stefania. She's our grand... You know what? Is it wrong to have our lover marry our granddaughter? Matrilineally, of course. Yep. That's happening. And hey, you know what? We're still... Let's... While we're at it, you know, it's good to be the Emperor's lover. You want Ravenna? It's good to be the Emperor's lover. What can we say? You've just gone from a prostitute at the Hippodrome to in charge of a whole in charge of a whole province. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Sorry, Maximus. We're gonna enjoy the view, apparently. Someone's trying to damage my legitimacy. How dare? How dare you? Alright, this random guy, this generous, patient, and trusting man wants to come sit by me? Sure. Come here. Get in here. Come sit by me. You seem like a good friend. Ooh, down with Lord Tranios. Who are you? Oh, you've been excommunicated. And you're sadistic. That's probably why. He's just a guy. Yeah, sure, strip him of his position. I don't think he had any. Like, he wasn't in charge of a theme. He's literally just... I did not realize... That's interesting. I did not realize that branches of the dynasty could get their own estate. That is really fascinating, actually. Okay. Let's see. It is time, leading my household, graciously urging along my invited companions. I ascend to our honorary place above the pandemonium of the Hippodrome. Sea of spectators awaits. I consider the substance of my opening present. I don't really want him to be my eventual heir, though, so I'm just going to talk about my beneficence. You're already my guest of honor. You can deal with that in and of itself does some. Alright, let's the games begin. At first I thought his wife was pregnant again. I mean, this Kyros has the... This Kyros is also... He's my grandson, but is also the grandson of the once king of Galatia. But George's Kyros... he's just such a sweet boy. Hey, Caesar! I have no idea. I have no idea. He's our... You just missed it, though. He's our guest of honor at this chariot race. Ooh. This is still such like a harsh burn. God loves some of his children more than others. Yeah, he's our guest of... It's going... I had a lovely weekend. Today was a bit stressful though. I dragged myself out to the gym. Oh, I got food on my shirt. I wonder how long that's been there. Oops. Yeah, I had a good weekend. I got to play D&D with Corin. And I got to hang out with another friend that I haven't gotten one-on-one hangout time with in a bit. Tonight was kind of hell, though. Like, I was over at Corin's again. We were trying to play Gloomhaven. Ooh, yeah, okay, yeah. We're gonna hold the next lap and see if anyone's still alive from this chase. But my child, and he's being a toddler. He's 3.5. You can't expect good behavior all the time. Was just really pushing. He was feeling ignored and was pushing buttons because he was feeling ignored. And it was just rough. It was a rough time. But it's okay. We're here now. We're holding a chariot race. We're about to take Egypt back from the heretics and then give it to our grandson. Oh, and apparently we made a friend. Wonderful. And once again, Gunnar failed us. He got an 8th place. But it's okay, because we made a bunch of gold from it. Well-earned victory. Oh my good. Oh. Gunnar failed and then immediately died. He died of old age at the age of 69, like 2 days after. Oh, I didn't even know that Gunnar had a daughter. Gunnar had a daughter, and she is a granddaughter. That's lovely. We should take care of his granddaughter. Let's start small. If he's not a drunkard by 3.5, it's a win in my books. Here, let's take care of his. Do we have any rulers? There we go. There. Gunnar, even though you lost every single chariot race you ran, we are making sure that your family is being taken care of. Oh, Caesar, were you on when I got another lover? A lover that I immediately married to my granddaughter and gave Ravenna. I was above my domain limit. Alright, chariot race is done. Your courtier, Thelka, and I will be the bestest couple ever. Excellent. Alright, how are our... I'm not going to worry about artifacts right now. How are... we can't do any upgrades there yet. I am choosing between Kyros and Kyros. It's a battle of the Kyroses. Is it going to be Kyros, son of Georgia, the diligent, ambitious, compassionate, charming genius? Or is it going to be Kyros, son of Maximos, the also charming, comely, intelligent, fecund? Who's your... You don't have a guardian. Can I... Okay, we need to, as soon as Kyros, son of Georgia, turns 16, which is in a couple months, we need to ask for guardianship. I mean, right now, Maximos is our heir. Oh, Kyros made his way up to 3rd. I didn't even do that. Oh, me being his... Okay, that's interesting. I did not realize my wards got a boost. But no, Maximos is... To be honest, I want a young heir. I don't want to get someone who is... Okay, Maximus isn't that old. He's 24. But I don't want to... Yeah. I don't want to inherit someone who's in their 50s again. I don't think that's going to happen, because we're already ailing. And someone's trying to claim my throne. Again. And someone's trying to murder my wife. Ooh, fellow connoisseur, my nephew Nikolaus. Welcome, Uncle. I've heard of your patronage. They say he's making scale army worthy of an emperor. Please take this and give it to him. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Nikolaus. Max is 24. So me inheriting him right now wouldn't be the worst thing. No, we're not murder. I like Yildiz. Yildiz has been a fine empress. Let's see if opening my dynasty tree crashes the game. It looks like it might. Okay. Oh, geez. Alexia, what have you been up to up in the north? You have like two... You had a set of twins? Jesus, okay. Well, you're definitely fecund, I'll give you that. Oh, the patriarch often quotes passages from the scriptures. I should prove I've paid attention by quoting my own passage. Yeah, let's compliment his chastity. I say as I have two gay lovers. Okay, well, Alexia's been up to everything up there. We have none of these are of our dynasty. I guess the bastards technically are. But we're not looking at Cronin or Cathamel. There's Erythemos, but I'm just still really in love of both of our Kiroses. Oh, Ionia, what have you done to her? Botched disease treatment? How did she lose her nose in a disease treatment? Oh, my poor daughter. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Count Dan is still alive and kicking, though. Max has the nickname The Young, and you still rule him out. I like the idea of inheriting someone who's, like, barely an adult and riding them out until the end of their life. Of course Anastasia shall know his power. Excellent. Look at him, he's a grey eminence. Even as a child, Kiros has always had a way with words. It's therefore unsurprising that he has taken well to the study of diplomatic relations. A true silver tongue, he could sway the court of counts and kings alike. When he speaks, the court listens in enraptured silence. Wonderful. The end of their life will cut. Yeah, exactly. Although, I mean, literally, Kiros is engaged to Max's daughter, Helene. So it's going to be going through Max either way. If Max is not himself emperor, he will at the very least be the father and grandfather of emperors. Alright, and let's see if we can get offer guardianship. And take over. I feel like we need a family portrait as well. We need Kiros and Kiros and Kiros and Max in a picture together. Let's do it. The dead sissy? You want the ghost of Sissy to be in our family portrait? I don't even remember which Sissy is the possible heir. Do you remember how he's related to us? Max doesn't have any brothers. Max only has sisters. Remember, I was so excited for the idea that we might get another brother from Yildiz, and then she kept giving us daughters. He needs to be menacingly holding his knife. That's all he can do. And then we have... Oh, come on. Get thee to the front. And then little Kiros. Hi, Unraid. How are you doing tonight? Alright. So we have our Chancellor, we have our Steward, and then we have the baby. I'm doing good. This is helping me a lot. I was having a rough day today. But being here, getting to play a little bit of one of my favorite games. Let's give him a stick horse, you know, in honor of his grandpa Sissy, who was so fond of riding horses through the I love how Kuros's son and grandson just tower over him too. Those giant genes really skipped a couple generations for us, didn't they? It's all of this game is like all of my favorite things. All right, we need Oh, okay. Maybe too close. Let's hide the UI quick. I want to keep them relatively close to what their actual heights are, but at the same time, I want his knife to be showing. All right, we lost the child. But I love all things. Don't suppose that that's a multiplayer game. No, it is not multiplayer. I've never actually played this game multiplayer. That could be fun though. I would consider potentially, I am almost at affiliate, and I would consider potentially, like, once I get to affiliate, creating a game for multiplayer. I don't have anyone in my normal day-to-day life who would play this game multiplayer with me, is part of the problem. But no, this is just me playing with the new Roads to Power expansion. My partner got it for me. Okay, that fucked everything. Alright, this is what it's gonna be, apparently. Alright. Future of the Empire right here, in one way or another. Unless Max kills everyone else. Because he just might. Oh, that's a great question. I have... Okay. 1 second. Let me figure this out. I should be able to... have a game. I'm running this on a laptop, surprisingly, but I have a game. I have a gaming laptop. It's a Lenovo Legion. Okay, system. And see, this is where I'm bad at. I am so bad at anything computer like graphics card related. I don't even know how I would. For the future of the Empire. Okay. But I have a Lenovo Legion. I want to say I got this computer and it was kind of at like the top of its line for as far as a gaming laptop goes in like 2019. So it's realistically on the old side, but it's still chugging along. My charger's a piece of shit. I've had to get this charger fixed twice, but the computer itself runs really well. Okay. So now that we have... How are our levies not... Oh my gosh, and all of our... okay. Well... We're gonna go to war. I'm not gonna delay it any longer. We are going to... Holy War for the Kingdom. Oh, don't worry, Caesar. There's already a dethroned scheme, I think. Yeah, there's already someone's trying to claim the throne. They're at a 0% success rate chance. But they're gonna do it. They're gonna try. They're gonna try their damnedest. Alright, let's have our troops come down to Darina. And let's grab a couple of our Imperial armies. If we can. Let's Anatolia reassign. Oh, do I still have control? Okay, I might still have control over a bunch of these from last time. Well, anyway. Let's just raise all of our troops and to hope that my game doesn't crash. Right after we were talking about how nicely my graphics card is working. We'll see if the game just looks at these giant stacks of soldiers and my computer will just go, nope. No thank you. We're gonna extend you, and extend. Oh, great. The other side is already up to 16,000 troops from other... Oh, hey, we're dying. Thamias, help. Do no more than what's necessary. Let's get... Okay, we've got some reduced disease symptoms. But we are still in poor health. We got rid of the dying notification. But okay, before we do anything else, I know I wanted to give him Egypt, but we are going to grant him... What do we want to grant him? Okay, there's... What is this down over here? Okay, you are du jour part of that. You are du jour part of this duchy that I can't usurp. We need to outlive the young Kiroses. You are part of Sardinia, which is already a duchy. I can't make a new duchy for him is the problem. I mean, I could give him Rome, I guess. But I can't usurp Latium. We'll give him Fermo for now. So that he has an appointment, and then we will put him on our council. He is going to replace... Let's see. We'll sign you there. And then where is he in the running? Alright, he's dropped down to 4th. Let's influence candidacy. Okay, apparently... Yep, alright. Contribute... I love it. We saved up 17,000 influence for this, and it's going to take about 2,600. Alright, there we go. Kiros of Fermo is our new heir. Wonderful. What's giving to his candidate store? Investments, powerful family, close family, level of influence. Imperial counselor is helping. Alright. Let's see. Can we live long enough to take Egypt? We're going to have you go there and you go here. Okay, you are going to extend you and go into debt for just a minute. It's fine. It's not going to take us that long to crawl back out of debt. Especially with these people we can ransom. Oh no! Otar passed away. What a tragedy. We'll never get to see that armor. My daughter constantly... Oh, that's unfortunate. Our daughter is rivals with her husband. I mean, it doesn't surprise me considering many of her children are not actually her husbands. Oh, that's probably why his dad hates us too, isn't it? He hates us because our daughter keeps cheating on her husband. Money all gone to... It's fine. It will be out of debt in like 2 months. Yeah, how dare he hate my daughter for cheating on him? Oh no, Shahzadan. Her tutor died. Wait, grab all of them, not just the one. There we go. All right, you are going to go straight to the heart of it then. Also, can we call people to war with us? Sure, let's get France in on this. Why not? I'm the King of Poland. We've come and saved your butt a bunch of times. You can come down here and help us too. I can transfer... Okay, sure. Kyros is rich, such a bright path in life. He's ending it asking for change on the streets. That's not what's happening at all. We're gonna learn on the job. Oh, and hey, the other little Kyros is here. You're gonna be my ward for all of, like, 2 years. Oh, hey! And the ugly lady died. Not one day too soon, apparently. Will that also let me... Is there an option to actually... He's still my favorite. No longer my wet nurse. Where did you go? Oh, she probably got to be too old to be my wet nurse. Do I have any... Oh, we need to champion charioteer, too. Sure, Constantinos. Antipatra can be our new wet nurse. Ooh, court musician. Sure, focus. Oh, we've just, like, lost all of our... Anthemos, you can be our seneschal. And Leon can be our court poet. I don't have a new emperor yet. And he's gaining 2 gold per month. Oh, sure. Serve me well, Gregorus. I look so rough. Me and my little purple pantaloons. We will survive. Oh, crap. Can you stay, actually? Request governor. I don't... Stop. I don't have time to worry about governorships. I'm trying to deal with a war. We'll always accept people and tell them to govern well, though. Oop. And I need tax collectors. There we go. So... Oh. Alright, those armies are kind of fucked right now, but it's okay. Because we are going to take Cairo in 3 months. 3 months till Cairo is ours. Shahazadan, you need a new... Oh no, please don't. Okay. My game keeps freezing up and I'm so worried it's going to crash. Shahazadan, you are a stewardship. Peter the eunuch. Peter, Shahazadan, you two are going to be besties. See, we're already back up to 300 gold. It's fine. We are doing just fine. Okay, cool. And we are waiting for Anastasia and Gargamel. We're not doing any other events. Someone's plotting against me. Another claim. There are two claim throne schemes? There are two claim throne schemes going on. Wonderful. Hey, but we have Cairo. And a 64% war score. Did we Ooh, we captured someone important. We captured an heir. Alright, we're gonna not ransom anyone for a minute now. Starting people for 10 gold and you say we're fine. We're dying. That's what we're doing, we're dying. We're fine, but we're dying. But we're fine. You know, this would now be a good chance to, too, and not because we're desperate for money. We can clear out some of our things that we're never going to use. We're going to keep the bar romance because it gives... Like, we have multiple gemstones that we don't really need. Actually, we're not gonna break this one. We are going to repair the brilliant one because it's better than the rough ones. And then we'll just destroy the rough ones. See, we don't need a golden seahorse brooch. We're just wasting space in here. Actually, let's send the fine silk regalia to little Kiros. We've kind of keep sending the fine silk regalia to whoever's next in line, so it seems fitting. Oh, why are we not sieging? What? Okay, do we need to be over a county, apparently? Or over a barony? Oh, hey, France is here. And Poland. They're doing their jobs. But Max loves me. He's our son. He's our son, and his daughter is going to be Empress one day. Why aren't I besieging anything? Why isn't this... Okay, let's try going here, I guess. Let's try doing that. There we go. Yay! Anastasia's come of age! Even as a child, she always had a way with words. It's unsurprising that she has taken well to the study of diplomatic relations with an excellent grasp on all manners of etiquette, understanding, and all kinds of entertainment, the eloquence to go with it. She was little trouble navigating court. And Yildiz's contributions towards her education cannot go unmentioned. Her guidance has helped the child reach further than I could have alone. Aw, how lovely. See, Yildiz is such a good wife. Charismatic negotiator, lustful, calm, compassionate, intelligent. They grow up so fast. Oh, Gargamel's still too young, isn't he? Okay. Ah, who knows? We might not be able to. I really wanted to do the grand wedding. We haven't hosted one of those in a while. Oh, hey, look, the claim throne scheme was abandoned. One of them. The other one's at 9%. And it will be invalidated because I'm going to die. I'm glad to be well again. I'm not going to die. Fantastic. I'm not dying. I'm still kind of dying. Artifact claim war? I don't care. I mean, I'll join, I guess, but I'm not going to help. I've got other things going on, Lou told the tyrant. Just because your son is going to marry my Shahzadan does not mean I'm going to come help you grab a bauble. I've got more important things, like retaking the Nile. Well, if we're not dying and we have a couple years before we can throw a wedding, we might as well host a grand rite, right? Might as well. Bring some witches. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of my Dragula. Eh. No. Alright. Cool. More land is ours. I'm just gonna slowly take all the delta. It's fine. We're doing a good job. We're at 79% already. Wait, Sultanate of Africa. Am I taking the wrong... I'm taking the wrong goddamn place. I hit the wrong button. I wanted Egypt. It's fine. Little Kyros can do a holy war for Egypt. It's fine. We'll give that kingdom title to someone else, apparently. It could be Max's consolation prize. Like, for being callous and cynical and my spy master, he's not, like, outright scheming in any way I can see. Africa it is, that's where we'll live when we're dethroned. I can't believe I clicked on the wrong goddamn kingdom title. I feel so dumb. We're only gonna have like half of it. Because he only has like half of it. It's fine. Okay, you're gonna go there. We're just gonna loot the delta until... Ooh. An uninvited guest. My lover. Oh, my lover's infirm. Just two old men loving each other. Sure, the more the merrier. Militos, you are now our guest. You are not particularly exciting, but Oh, and people figured out that Bardus is a sodomite. Oops. We will read from the grimoire. Ooh. The old words are strange, and I speak them on an instinctive level. They weave an enchanting pattern full of beauty and promise. As I close the grimoire with a dramatic gesture, cheers erupt through the glade. We can experiment with herbs with Yildiz. Ask Anastasia to teach us in the art of charm. Share his carnal gift with someone. Sure, we'll do a diplomacy perk. We'll be thoughtful, I guess. Until next time, may he watch over us until the next grand rite. Okay. Wonderful. And like the benefit of playing a younger character too is you get to actually name their kids, which I enjoy. You have a very fancy hat. Humble, lazy, ambitious. Interesting. Sabas. Oh, hey, we outlived our daughter's husband. Did she kill him? Oh no! Did her lover kill him? Ha! Her lover killed his. That's amazing. Adonis, who's the father of like half of her kids, murdered her husband. Wonderful. Derna? That's fine. I don't really care if they take Derna. Ooh, colorful talent. Shahazadon! She's sitting on the floor surrounded by spilled paint and pieces of canvas for the third time this month. My courtiers whisper about her being an artistic genius in the making. The servants complain about scrubbing the floors free of paint. Her genius shall be nurtured. Go, Shahazadon, go. Mm, the Greek sweats, huh? It's typhus. 'Cause it's always typhus. I wonder if it's just that, like, certain things are more likely to show up in... Oh, where are you going? Okay, I need to keep an eye on that for a minute. Or you're landing? Summon the physician. Let's see. Plague does not appear to be too severe. It's my recommendation that we take a light approach. Okay. I trust you. Let's go wade our way across the delta and see if we can catch these soldiers with their breeches down. Early prevention success. There's no beaver, was it rabid beaver livers this time? Alright. If we're able to just wipe their armies right now, I think that's going to be enough to win us the war. Come on, battle for Domitia. Wonderful, we did it. The Sultanate of Africa. Victory. Oh, and I'm above my domain limit. Okay. I'm above my domain limit by a lot, aren't I? Oh, not too much. Hi, Maximos. I've tried really hard not to make kingdom titles, but you are my son. Oh, I can't give it. Okay, I can't give any of the Tormas to him, apparently. Interesting. Because he's already has land. Can I give them to... He only has a... Okay. Can I... I cannot revoke his title. And he... already... His brother is already in charge of Sicily somehow. My kids work fast, apparently. Ah... Not ruler. Sort by age. Give Africa to my ex-wife. Oh no, I bet I can't give it to my lover either. Because he already has Ravenna. Could I take Ravenna from him? No. Why are we allied? Oh, because he's married to my granddaughter. Ah, darn, okay. Okay. This is all mine down here. Not that. This. Okay, Citri. Alright, let's... I can't usurp a title. Okay. Your kids aren't of my dynasty. I guess I could legitimize... No, you're a kid. I can't get you. Okay. You're a child. George's sons are already... Bless the rains down in Africa. I don't think I can give it to my ex-wife, even if I wanted to, because she's a woman. You're Queen of Poland. You are married to the son of the king of Galatia, so your kids are already going to be inheriting a kingdom. Yeah, the rest of my direct kids are marrying, even if I mean, I guess I could give it to her husband. Here, I can't give her an appointment because she's a woman. But tell you what, just for you, she has a new husband that she's very happy with. They have a lovely daughter. They have a lovely daughter together. This is the closest I can get, Caesar. Why can't I give him more than one? Okay, we're going to give him this one. Okay, now I can give him additional. Here. There, see? This is the closest I can get to giving our ex-wife land. Because she's a woman, I can't directly appoint her. But now she and her new husband can be blessed by the rains down in Africa. It's fine. Sure. We'll keep going to unlock Scholar. Can I fight Bavaria? What do you mean I'm at war? Oh, okay. Apparently that artifact claim war is against. Hooray, now they can sing the song all day long. It's, if they had, they're part of my dynasty, but their own personal words are going to be bless the rains down in Africa. I'm not changing my house words. My vassal, Callistos, is plotting against me. He's a vindictive opportunist, the brash fiend. He's the one trying to claim my throne, except he just gave it up because we found out. Wonderful. Stop. Oh, you want the bobbit? No. Well, we can go back to doing what we love to do, which is building things. Keep upgrading our trade ports. See, this is... Kyros went to war because he felt he needed to, but this is his real love. His real love is building things. His real love is spending all of our hard-earned money. Oh, we have a bunch of people making cadet branches right now, too. Oh, and you have the pox. Wait, why do you have the pox? What in the... What in the grand... Okay. It's not the Greek sweats. I don't care who you stick your dick in. Anyway, we have cadet branches being made all over the place, apparently. Rome is fine. Oop. Oh, I can probably ransom those people out of my dungeon now, can't I? Here, take yourself back. You take this child back. You take yourself back. Of course, Hippolytos. We will arrange the ceremony at once. Govern well, Strategos. His real love is in Africa now, but they can be together because of a poor midlife choice. Okay, last time you tried to do this, you immediately became my rival again, so we're just gonna stay rivals now. Wait, 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 wait. Why are you a... The King of Brittany is an Orthodox Greek. To be honest, that's kind of fantastic. Have some money. Wait, offer vassalage? Yeah, there's... Oh, that's funny. The idea that we could... Oh, he's our dynasty, too. How did that happen? Sincinius the Bulgarian and his giant wife. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to complain about having the King of Brittany being a Zephyros, but an intelligent one at that. He's craven, which is a bummer, but okay. You know what? Here, have some more money. We're going to keep you propped up. I guess we need to prop up the King of Brittany now, along with everything else we're doing in Northern Europe. We'll keep an eye out for him to have kids. Hunting ground upgrade trade. Oh, culling the sheep isn't gonna do anything, Mumchu. Better cattle pastures. Bigger trade ports. A mud brick tower, apparently. Fisheries. You won't let me build for some reason. Oh. Countess Leonetta. Oh, Caesar. Caesar, my ex-wife, is trying to kill my current wife. Caesar. Caesar. Max's mom is trying to kill Yildiz. The abhorrent fiend. She's pregnant. I'm just gonna let her do what she's doing. Oh, and my game crashed. Okay. 1 second. Let me figure out. Let me get this unfucked. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, that probably could have been a shorter break, but I needed to go to the bathroom and I took advantage of being on break already to do that. I don't know if... Okay. So I think we just lost the information that it was Leonetta trying to kill Yildiz. Alright. This guy is still in charge, though. She's still pregnant. Or any of the... We need to go and redo our building project, so that looks like about all we lost, I guess. Anyway, while I do this, though, I guess we can talk about some Elaine lore in regards to part of what's going on with me being a little bit stressed out. Hi, Corn Love, thank you. Today was stressful because child things were stressful. Send Leonetta more money. No! We're not giving her more money. Alright. Oh, cool, we still get to redo this. Govern well, Strategos. We're not giving her more money right now. Um, but after speaking a bit with Corin and his spouse over the weekend, and I've kind of been mulling on it for a little bit, I've been talking a bit about how just like frustrated I am with the job hunt. Like there's so many, all of the jobs are being applied for by people who have degrees, and I don't have a. All right, let's get back to the beginning. So, baby Elaine, a decade ago, was graduating high school, going to college. First person, not first person. I had cousins who went to college before me, but like my parents, neither of them went to college. My dad did kind of like a ooh, anathemos can get married. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. So my mom has worked either at factories or she got like her certified nursing whatever that like certificate is, and she worked at a hospital for a bit. My dad did a sort of like mentorship thing. He has certifications and stuff relating to be a building contractor. He owned his own business. But neither of them went to college. I had an aunt that went to college and became a teacher. Um, and an uncle who went to the seminary and has a like theology degree, but not a lot of people in my family went to college. And my dad's side of the family had a strong investment into medical related things. A very pivotal point of both my childhood and all of my cousins' childhood was our grandmother going into liver failure due to a genetic mutation that my dad inherited. It. I do not have though, luckily. Um, so I when I first went to college, I was going for clinical laboratory science. I knew I didn't want to. I knew I did not want to be a doctor, but medical things did hold some interest to me. And clinical laboratory science seemed like a safe bet because it wouldn't be patient facing. It would just be working on the backside of things with running medical tests and things like that. And I went to school. I got a scholarship to Eastern Michigan University. I was in their honors program for a couple of semesters. Degree in make believe. Uh, yeah. Anyway, so I hit a point though pretty early on where while the medical stuff was interesting to me, a lot of the other stuff wasn't clicking. And I've always loved writing. I've always been a writer. I've always written stories. I write books for fun. Um, I in last year 2024 I wrote, I want to say, close to 40,000 words of a book that was just because I felt like it. um anyway, so writing has always been more of my thing. It's what I'm actually passionate about, and I realized that that was what I actually wanted to be going to school for. So after like 2 years at Eastern, which I was able to do mostly on scholarship with a little bit of help from family members. The aunt that I said was a teacher was really into um, the idea of higher education and like gave all of her, she didn't have any kids, but she gave all of her nieces and nephews, invested in their education. So between scholarships and working my way through school and some help from family members, I was able to not take any student loans. But I didn't want to potentially risk wasting money jumping around between different different, like if I was like, okay, I'm going to go towards journalism because I'm really interested in politics, I'm really interested in writing, I'm really interested in researching that kind of thing. So I was like, this feels like it will fit better, but I didn't want to potentially waste money or end up needing to take out loans just to find out that I had found yet another thing that wasn't going to stick. So I switched to community college just to be safe. And the community college near me had a great journalism program. It had its own school newspaper that you could work at and get paid to work at. So I was able to get real experience there while also having it pay for my schooling, which was great. And then by the time I reached the end, I love that I'm just quick. Like, as soon as one thing finishes constructing, another thing opens up. We're just going to keep popping around and upgrading things. But anyway, so I went to Washtenaw Community College, and by the time I was finishing out my associates there, I had made connections. I had a friend who was working on the paper with me, who had an in at a they had an in at a public relations firm and as a news analyst, and she was able to also get me in, as I thought I just had you betrothed to someone. She died immediately. Okay, anyway, so um oh, and now OBS is crashing. Everything's crashing. Please wake back up. Okay, am I back? It says I'm streaming again. Sorry about that. Okay. I think I know why. I have a bunch of tabs open in Chrome, which I'll get to. I'm working on it. I'm getting to it. So, so I had an into a job that was paying good money and had benefits, good money at the time, not so much anymore. But I had an in, and I had a path that I was looking at for potentially going for my bachelor's, but it didn't feel like it made sense to at the time because I had an in into the industry. I was going to be making good money, getting good experience, so I went with it. And since that point, every time that I've gone, okay, I need something new, I've been able to very quickly find a job that gave me a very nice pay bump while still being in the industry and doing what I wanted to be doing. Um, None of it was actual journalism, which is, probably would have been the most ideal, but I had accepted that the state of journalism in the United States wasn't necessarily kind to journalism, and I had accepted that I could be doing good work in not the journalism field while still doing things that I enjoyed. So now, though, that I've been out of work for 6 months and I've been job searching and I keep not finding what I need to be doing, and the job market just seems to be really in a spot where it's not great, I'm thinking about going back to school. And I have a bunch of tabs open because I've been charting out what classes I will need to take to finish out my bachelor's and what I want that to look like. And a few years ago, I had it charted out in a certain way in a document, and I found that document. I'm adjusting it slightly. Eastern has a digital media production degree, which kind of goes into, like me making videos and putting videos out on YouTube and stuff. And just there's a lot of cool, like, everything is going so focused on digital anyway, it just feels like it would make sense. And then looking at a communications minor, which I'm pretty sure I already have most of the credits for from my associate's degree. So, I mean, do you think the lack of degrees will give you rejections? I do think so. I think it is a big part of it. Because I have 8 years of industry experience right now. I have a portfolio. I have projects that I can look to. I have great references. And I know that it's a very tight job market at the moment. But I feel like this could be both a chance to build on my skills while also giving me an edge once I and like the other thing is too, like there's a lot of things that I'm finding are internships. And a lot of these internships that I'm finding also require you to be an active student. So if I could go to school part time, get an internship, take student loans, use student loans to I might be able to, it's something I need to talk with my husband. We might be able to get help with we might be able to get assistance with school costs through my father-in-law. Then I can take student loans that will then cover either what classes that the assistance from my father-in-law doesn't give. I could get student loans to cover either living expenses or the rest of the school cost or both. And yeah, I might just switch gears for a little bit. I might take some time, still keep job hunting, but I might switch over to focusing on doing some education things. And like, I'll be a little bit of an older student. I'm almost 30. I will be 30 in a couple of months. But still, it's not too late to rule out going back to school. And I just feel like switching gears and focusing on finishing out at least my bachelor's degree could help me gain skills, could help me with some luck, maybe some grants. Don't say that makes me feel old. You're not old. Ooh. King Arnold of Sardinia and Corsica. Serve me well, King Arnold. You are not, Corin. But still, I think it will make sense. I think it will make sense to go and focus on schooling for a bit and Duke Arnesios of Brittany. And what is going on with your face? I mean, you don't have the homely trait, but I feel like you should. I think with AI hysteria, everyone thinks they can swap a real person, news writer, programmer, social person with an AI program and be okay. I agree. Like, I know for a fact the job that I used to do doing news analytics 7 years ago, it's been replaced by AI at this point. I used to be manually going through and searching out news articles and pulling relevant information and quotes out of news articles and making either sending real-time news alerts or making like analysis documents to send to the heads of different, mostly auto companies. I did mostly work for Honda and GM and Ford and Nissan, but I also did a bit for Airbus and a bit for McDonald's. I know that a lot of the stuff that I used to do for that company that I worked for 3 jobs ago has now been taken over by AI. Yeah. I got interviewed for 3 positions at the same interview while the office itself was full of idiots. Yeah, like I know that a lot of, and like it's a thing that people are getting better about recognizing AI and kind of in a lot of ways going against it. Like I don't know what will eventually happen, but like I know that I'm aware that people are getting better at identifying AI and are trying to go out of their way to avoid it when they can. But a lot of places still using the AI feels like it makes more sense. Oh, we get to hold court again. As long as this doesn't crash the game. Viviana. Honest, compassionate, diligent. Provincial merchant steps forward, clearly out of her element in my rich halls. And Vivian representing the disgruntled traders from Lecce's greatest city. Our mayor is a barrier to commerce. Interesting. I mean, he has a lot of money. That doesn't mean he knows a lot about making money, though. He has a poor military. For some task, a properly trained AI can do excellent. I agree. I don't know if C6 Carbon is floating around, but he knows a lot about AI, and I've had a lot of good conversations with him about AI. And he's worked on some program things with just like learning how to do what he's been doing. That's been great, and I fully am aware that especially like the manual news searches that we used to do in Google, AI is 100 times more efficient at them than us humans are. But there's still a lot of important things through writing, especially with the idea of like, say it's a third quarter earnings report. You could have an AI gather all of the different articles across the web that have come out about it, but necessarily like writing a comprehensive summary of what's being said, like I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I still think that the idea of going for the digital production and focusing on digital content just because it's so important in our lives and it's just kind of like a cornerstone of how everything works now. I still think going and getting a communications minor with the focus on digital media is going to be a smart way to go for safeguarding my future employment opportunities. And if not, it will give me skills to make better video edits of all of my stuff, I guess. I don't know. Okay, Mayor Hippolytus. Well, I could just make her the new mayor. I mean, her stats are better than his by a lot. She's honest, she's compassionate. I could just depose him, but that will cause the merchants compensated would do what? No. You know, yeah, we're just gonna compensate the town's merchants. That's fine. A plea for freedom. Sure. Go ahead. You're free, Patrick. People call AI everything, by the way. There could be just normal if else program which does it efficiently. Oh yeah, we use the term AI way too broadly. And AI gets slapped on things in the same way that like the term smart got slapped on to everything like a dozen years ago. And just because it's a marketing gimmick in a lot of ways. There are a lot of interesting things that machine learning can do. And we should probably be referring to it as machine learning instead of AI. But there's a lot of important things that those programs can do, and there's a lot of things that they don't do. And there's a lot of things that we should just leave to humans. I wish that we could get rid of the more monotonous tasks that keep humans from getting to focus on their art. If we can focus on that, that would be great. How it's being currently used is mostly just to allow the people at the bottom to get cut, though, while the people at the top get to keep what they otherwise would have been paying the people at the bottom. And that sucks. All right, the patriarch kneels before me. Strategos Adonis's Turma of Capua. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, we will. For the glory of God, we will build a temple. That will give us renown when it's done. Wonderful. You know what we should do on that thought? Because we just got... What are you? Are you my... No. Because I still have... Is it triple... Yeah, I still have Tripoli. I should build a church here. We'll build a temple there and we'll get some more renown. You need to get rid of the whole profit motivator for everything. And yes, yes, Corin, thank you. Make sure everyone's needs are met and automate the crap out of as much as possible. Thank you, Corin. You said it very succinctly. All right, we are going to... Right, yeah. We're going to be done with war for now. I'm going to let these mercenary contracts expire. That's fine. We are going to focus instead on... Oh, yay, Helene has had more kids. We're going... Oops, that's not what I wanted to click. We're going to focus on... Okay, we have about a year and a half? A year and a half before we can have the grand wedding with King Gargamel. We are just going to focus on continuing to build. Like, we have our... Getting rid of the whole profit motivator is impossible. People are killed for profit. It's something... In our lifetimes, we definitely won't be getting rid of the profit motive. We can move towards it, though. But we went all the way to architect for a reason. We're going to keep building. Kiros may have the nickname of the Prince's Fashion, but he is going to be the builder in truth. And I'm going to be upset if our little die screen doesn't include that. I really don't care who's scheming against my court musician. But there's a lot of things we could be doing. And that's the side of journalism and politics that's always interested me too, is the idea of like making transparency and making it so that the populace, you need a well-informed populace. We do not, here in the United States, we do not have a well-informed populace right now. The United States is in a pretty rough spot. Ooh, okay. I need to choose something else to build in this city. We have shipwrights. We have formation fighting. We could do... Let's do blacksmiths. We'll do a smithy there. But I have a very, like... A lot of the issues that we have, too, just come from the way... And again, this is a form of monopolies and monopolizing, which is something that's also tearing this country apart. Formation figuring, I thought everyone was kung fu fighting. But... No, like, so... In the same way that so many industries, like the aerospace industry, like... fast food, like everything has gained so much like monopolies, and there's only a couple of companies that own everything. The same thing has happened to journalism. And there's a lot of investment into journalists that will spin stories in certain ways. You can look at it in the way that the Washington Post, now that it's owned by Jeff Bezos, has had to like keep from endorsing certain people, or will put stories criticizing Amazon not out on their front pages, or just the whole Fox News, everything Fox News really. I know I'm talking from a very US centric lens at the moment, but Elaine, maybe I'm too cynical, but you either do something useless in journalism or you're getting killed. Yeah, there's a lot you can do on a local level. Like, that was part of my favorite thing working for the student newspaper that I did. I covered all of the board meetings, and I was able to publish stories about the goings on of our board members and cover when our new board members were being elected, how they got to do that, and I got to go to local city councils. And a lot of things are still, there's a lot of bullshit up at the upper level, but there's still a lot of things going on at the lower levels too. Um, I literally could care less. I don't care if folks and focus are fighting. I let the traitor be known to all, I guess. A family that wars together. It's no secret the artifact claim war. Oh, very well. I literally don't care about this artifact claim war. I have just been ignoring it. There are still a lot of good journalists who do good work, though. They don't get nearly as much of the credit as they should, but you can still find good news sources and you can still find journalists doing good works. You just gotta dig for it, sadly. Oh hey, we rediscovered that Leonetta's trying to kill Yildiz. The cocky fiend. Oh, she had another son. Oh my god. She named her new son Maximos. She and I have our son Maximos, and now there's another Maximos. That's so fucking goofy. Alright, we're Scholar now. Yeah. I appreciate it. I don't think, even if I was to go back and focus on journalism, like, I'll probably, if I can swing it, Eastern Michigan has a newspaper. I might try to swing, if nothing else, like taking some of the sample writings that I do for classes, tweaking them and submitting them to the Echo. I As much as I still love the idea of journalism, I don't know if it's necessarily in the cards for me, especially because I want to have a family. And it's it sucks. It's been like my dream, if I ever, I don't know, win the lottery or something or get a massive amount of money, I would love to start a publishing company that focuses on like supporting local journalism and having like hyper local news of some sort. I'd probably try to run it as a nonprofit, but I doubt that will ever happen. Yeah, we're just gonna keep. I mean, I feel like I should get rid of my medicine focus boost. We've gotten little Kyros to where we want him to be. Maximus hasn't had any additional kids, which is interesting, especially because he is fecund. And little Kyros has also not, because his future wife is not old enough yet. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch away from... We're going to switch away from our medicine focus. We could go back to stewardship and just keep going for income. I don't think we're going to do any more wars with Kyros. I'm going to play until Kyros dies. I think. We could just do... diplomacy. Yeah, we're just gonna do stewardship. We're just gonna go back, focus on making some more money, and we're just gonna spend the rest of our life building buildings. I'm just gonna spend the rest of my life toggling back and forth between all of my holdings. Oh. Spotted fever, more typhus. Summon the physicians. Soft approach. Those, oh. Those, summon the physician. Yeah, and she keep, okay, they keep saying light approach, we'll keep going with light approach. Wonderful. Can I usurp this yet? Wonderful. I cannot. I only have one of the two. Okay. Can I usurp? I can. Oh, I can create that title. Okay, that title's created. Can I give it to... Oh, and little Kyros has become a drunkard. Great. I could give you, or I could give it to... Who is the, Anathemos? Oh. Okay, something got automated. There we go. Any local injustice can be as powerful as dangerous. People investigated in local cities felt physically unsafe visiting them. Only safe stuff is writing articles of what is... Yeah. Yeah, and you need someone to be willing to do that, say, like, that rough work. Like, one of my favorite podcasters, who is also a journalist, Robert Evans of Behind the Bastards, in the United States a few years ago during the Black Lives Matter protests, and there were multiple cities that got taken over by the protesters. And he was in Portland, and he was on the front lines in the, what was it called? The Oh, why can't I think of it? It was like a decentralized or de-something zone. Corin, if you remember the word for it, help me. But like the people who were like, we're going to govern ourselves inside of the city as part of this protest camp. Like he was in the camp with them and he was writing about it. And like you need people who are willing to put themselves in the line of fire like that. I don't think I would ever be able to put myself in the line of fire like that, though, because I have a child who, even though he makes me want to rip my hair out sometimes, I love very much. And I don't think I could put myself at risk now with him. But I have so much respect for the people who do. Oh, Anathemos. I was trying to find my grandson. Which dynasty tree? Oh, I have another Kyros, who's not of my... I want to say he was a grandson. Is he not a grandson? We just had him married to someone. He's in my court, I think. And he's relatively young. I have a bunch of kids in my prison, apparently. I should fix that. Anathemos! Oh no, you've been made a eunuch. Oh, that's a bummer. Did I have another anathemos? I swear I had an anathemos that I had married to someone who was of my dynasty. No, because I'm starting to get into older people. Alright, let's look. Okay. I mean, I guess technically, you know what? We'll give it to. Oh, did he lose his. Did my ex wife's husband lose the holdings I gave him? Oh, he died. He drowned. Okay, that's a bummer. Okay, so who holds this? I guess it's just you, right? Yeah, you just have a few Tormas. Let's give you the actual Theme, I guess. There we go. You're a governor now. You're welcome. But yeah, it's a dangerous life for journalism. Which is why I plan to, I'm hoping, as I've been charting out what I want to do with these new, oh, doubted at first, and becoming convinced hearing the gospeling at my court that, oh, the king wants my head because of all the cuckolding. Amazing. All of Zephyrus is a game to him. He will regret this. Okay, apparently, fine. We're in a house feud. I've got to kill this man now, apparently. Witchery and salvation. Anathemos, my cupbearer. Okay. I'd finally discover my court position, defiantly defending herself, even as Anathemos' voice rings out ever louder. Furthermore, the moment you stepped outside to gather plants for your so-called craft, the cursed spotted fever started ravaging our lands. Let's think this through, shall we? Sorry if it's too cynical. I think if you're thinking about it, it's not really people who do dangerous work all their life, join demonstrations, violent protests, spending their time in jail. They're willing to put their personal freedom on the line. Yeah. Like, and that was something too that I felt bad for during a lot, like I would have loved. Can I murder you? I can murder you. Odds are decent. We're gonna murder this man. But like during sure. So during the height of the Black Lives Matter protests, I was, well, I guess not at the height. Well, at the beginning of the Black Lives Matter protests, I was being super careful about COVID because my dad has cancer, and my mother-in-law at the time was also, her health was very fragile, and my husband's girlfriend who was living with us at the time, her mother was also medically fragile, so we were being super careful about being locked down during COVID, as more people should have maybe been. And I felt guilty that I couldn't be out at the protests, and I had a partner at the time who was very active in the protests, and we had a lot of tension because he was upset at me for not seeing him during that time, and we ended up splitting up not long after this. But because of the protests. Because I couldn't risk him being out and being around all these people and potentially bringing it back and getting me sick and having all the people who I lived with having it spread to their families. And then by the time like the later in the summer was happening was when I found out I was pregnant. And I couldn't be out helping. I wish I could have been part of a lot of those protests, but I wasn't in a position to. And are all of his kids joining me? I got one of his kids helping us. Anyway, yeah, it takes a very special, honorable kind of person to be willing to do all this. You do what you can, when you can, where you can. Exactly. And like that was something like when I was a student journalist, a friend of mine and I, we drove all the way to DC and we took part in the March for Science. And I took part in the women's marches that were going on at that time. And that was a time that I could afford to do that sort of thing. Oh no, Kiros. Okay, I guess we're taking a drink to rebalance our humors. Let's see if we drink ourselves to death. And we drank ourselves to death. Oh no, I flagellated myself to death. Known to mix magical herbs and consort with Satan, he will surely burn in the afterlife for his sins. Oh no! I've got to screenshot that. We will sure. Ah, Kiros. It wasn't the sodomy, it was the herbs that put you in hell. Tell me about it. COVID was hell. Family members got in the hospital. Closest person. Yeah, no, I ended up because my mom was still working at a hospital at that point, and she was coming home from work, and she was like stripping down all of her scrubs and stuff in the garage and hopping straight into the shower, and she still ended up bringing it home from work. They were like, okay, we know that your husband is in chemo. We're not going to have you work on a COVID floor. They were nice to her in that way. And she still got sick at work and brought it home. And Christmas of 2020, my dad was in the hospital close to being put on a ventilator because she accidentally brought it home from work. Luckily, my brother, I have two brothers. My youngest brother has MS. We didn't know that at the time, but he's been diagnosed with MS since 2020. And then my middle brother has Down syndrome. And he's always had issues with his lungs. And we were so worried that he was going to end up in the hospital just because of his past. Like, he was in, for like a dozen times before he was 10, he was hospitalized due to pneumonia. And he ended up being fine, but my dad ended up being in the hospital for, I want to say, like 10 days. And it was over Christmas that year, too. My wife is a. Yeah, Jen. I. Yeah, I just. I this is also a reason why I'm glad if I had been a clinical laboratory, if I had gone through the clinical laboratory science, I would have been just starting my career during COVID and would have probably spent 90% of my time doing COVID times. Lost all of my in real life friends because they were organizing sporting events. Yeah. I'm so sorry that happened with your friend Caesar. I lost friends over it too. People weren't taking things seriously, and like I stopped talking to people. I know Corin and clinical lab science wouldn't have been as bad. I know. I would have I wouldn't have been doing what your wife was doing and performing chest compressions on people who were definitely going to die. I would have been in the back rooms, overwhelmed, pipetting things. uh, like you were exactly right. It wouldn't have been as bad because I wouldn't have been face to face with the people dying. I would have just been swamped continuously and probably working like 16-hour days running tests. And instead I got to work from home with I got to work from home through a very tough pregnancy instead. So, it is what it is. But, alright. Oh, I think I screenshotted this already, but we're going to do it one more time. Energetic and collected, Kyros will surely improve the realm under his rule. Like Kyros didn't. We literally just spent the last, how many years in game building new buildings? Worst one she mentioned was having to have two kids, 16 and 19, have to make life decisions for both of their parents 2 weeks apart. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't understand how anyone could still see it as a hoax too. It's very real. And I'm lucky. I know everyone in my life is fully vaccinated. I got my most recent COVID booster in October at the same time I got my flu shot. And everyone I know has also been keeping up on their vaccines, both for flu and for COVID. And I know where we are in Michigan, we're seeing a spike in RSV, I think it is. Like, there's a lot of respiratory stuff going on right now. And the US has been having more issues with bird flu, which is probably only going to get worse under the new administration. It's a rough place to be. But on that note, I am going to be logging off for the night. We have a bright, new, and shiny young emperor. Yeah, even writing vaccines work is dangerous for a journalist. Yeah. Or trying to debunk all of the things going around about raw milk, and it's a rough spot. But okay, I will be back though on Wednesday. We will be continuing as Kyros II. And we'll be able to name all of our babies. And I'm probably going to be naming them after... Well, we'll get a Cincinius. Don't worry, there will be a baby Cincinius in there. Assuming that we get sons. We'll see. Alright, good night. Thank you guys for chatting, and you all are wonderful. You made my life so much better in the last few hours just by being here. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Good night.